like the Cavs, we gotta let them know. When Cotton with a ship for Beezy. When Cotton with a ship for Beezy. Ballin' like the Cavs, we gotta let them know. Cavs, we on. Peacock, we on. The Antoine Spot broadcast.
Yo, what's going on? Happy Wednesday. Welcome to this episode of the Antoine Spivey Sports and Entertainment Podcast Show. I'm your host, Spivey. You also, I got in the building with me to my right, top corner, my bottom, all by himself. Hill to Truth and Peacock in the building. What's good, fellas?
What up?
What up, man?
Chilling. How y'all feeling?
I'm feeling great.
Not too bad. An off day, so wasn't too bad.
You've been getting a lot of off days today.
Yeah, you've been off
this week.
I've been going strong for the last 6.5 months. I deserve at
Well,
least one.
You deserve it.
That's facts. I appreciate everybody that's tuning in on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel at the Antoine Spivey Podcast Show. Also, for those that's watching on the Diva Spivey Media Network, appreciate y'all as well. We got a hot show for y'all today, as usual. We got some things we're going to get off our chest, like to talk about. We got What's on Your Mind Wednesday. We got some NFL news and notes, a lot of NBA action going on. We're going to touch on some Major League Baseball topics as well. With that being said, we're going to get this started with some NFL talk. Davante Adams has been released by the New York Jets as the Jets continue to clean house and a new reconstruction, they rebuilding. I'm going to ask y'all to start with you, Peacock. What is the best landing spot for Davante Adams?
My opinion, I was looking at knowing that he wanted to go to a contender as well. My list, I had Green Bay, and like you said, Jacobs. He was campaigning for him, and then you seen Love even had a little bit of words. They can use another receiver. I think that'll boost their offense a lot. Then you got Buffalo was one of the spots I had on there. I even had Baltimore and Kansas City. Just looking at somewhere where he not trying to get to the playoffs with a team that's already consistently making the playoffs and trying to get over the hump. So that's why I said that list. But I think he would Green Bay might be the best spot for him.
Yeah, that's what I feel as well. I think Green Bay, between Green Bay, I give a long number 2 shot with Kansas City. They always looking to upgrade their team, upgrade talent, and some odd reason players like to go to places to where they see teams consistently win or go or win championships. Kill's team is another team that'll be looking for a GM after next season, which right now will be me. So anytime you're around greatness, ain't that's right, Kills. You want to join greatness. You too, Peacock.
I want to be greatness.
But yeah, Davante Adams, I see Green Bay. Talk to me, Kills. Where you see him landing at?
Green Bay is a good spot for him because he's familiar with it, and he got a nice quarterback, a young quarterback out there. He'll be the number 1 target because they really got a bunch of number 2s that not.
Yeah.
Jaden Reed and Christian Watson. Christian Watson seems like he can't never stay healthy, and Romeo Dubes or Dobbs, whatever you want to call him. I would like to see where Aaron Rodgers get first, because maybe he wanted to play with Aaron Rodgers, or I would like to see him go somewhere where he can contend. The only way I don't see Kansas City because they don't got the money. I don't see Kansas City get.
What up?
He would have to take less. But is he in that stage that he want a ring now? He's 32 years old. Do you want the money or win a ring?
He definitely want a ring.
So if that case, Kansas City would be the best. Kansas City would be the best spot if you want to win a ring.
Kind of like yourself. We're not gonna disclose your age right now. Kind of like 49. Yourself. Okay, you 49 looking for your first chip. So yeah. I can understand why you'll be bringing me on board. You know what I'm saying? Like it's understandable why you're on board. It's understandable why You know what I'm saying?
It gonna be
49ers?
49ers. I don't see 49ers
Oh, no.
because the only way they could get Adams if they get rid of Brandon Ayuk.
Why is
Which they
that?
are-
Why is
Because
that?
they don't have the money. They don't have the money to pay unless you gonna pay for less money to play with Brandon Ayuk. They can't pay him. Only teams that with salary cap is he's gonna go somewhere, but he still want to get paid. You understand? It's not like he don't want to get paid. Devontae Adams still is one of the top 10 wide receivers in the NFL, as he showed towards the end of the year.
even though he came out and said it's not really so much all about the money for him at this stage of his career.
Okay, and then let him go for a minimum, not minimum, but at least $5 million, $10 million less than what he got this year. Let's see would he be willing to do that. See, everybody talk a good game until it comes up to the money issue.
Kills, why
You know
you feel like a person won't take less money to be in a good situation to win a championship? Hell, take you for example.
Name one star that did that.
You should come at a discount. You know what I'm saying? You should come at a discount for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you ain't never won no chip, but I'm the answer to your problems for you to win a chip.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, but I ain't coming to you like, oh, you gotta pay me this and this and that. I'm about to say something that might kind of tick you off on the inside. That'll try to bring out baby killer kills to make you do good in fantasy.
No.
And like I'm volunteering my services to you.
That's okay. That's
Man.
okay. Because
Matter of fact, I am volunteering my services to you for free.
That's all right. That's all right. Like I said before, if you give me a championship, which you never would give me one, because I'm already gonna win one. So if Devontae Adams is willing to take less money to go somewhere to play where they have a chance to win the championship, kudos to him. But I don't feel that Devontae Adams gonna do that.
Watch this, Peacock.
Why don't
Watch this,
Go ahead.
Peacock. You the weakest one in the league. So why wouldn't you take a pay cut for some help?
Because I know I'm not the weakest one in the league. So why should I take a pay cut? I know I'm not the weakest league. So hey, but no, on some real life stuff, if he really want to go to a contender, he would have to dummy down his money. He really would have to. Buffalo don't got that much money to play on. Kansas City definitely don't, because they training
Buffalo got some bread. Buffalo got some bread. I think.
Okay.
I think the teams that got one of the highest. I mean, like free agent cap money to spend. I think you mentioned Buffalo. You said Buffalo, so I think it's Buffalo.
You talking about the contenders?
Yeah,
I think Buffalo might.
it's Buffalo, Washington.
But Washington just got Debo.
I know. I'm just naming the teams.
Okay.
The contending teams. Miami.
Ooh, they got enough to pay him and Tyreek and Waddle.
I think that'd be nice.
That'd be nice.
Because you will have. I mean,
move
Devontae
Tyreek
Adams could
to
also
the
go
front.
deep, but Tyreek Hill will be taking the defense top away from them, just from him by himself, which can open up
Would you put him in
Devontae Adams. Green Bay, we mentioned them. Green Bay, Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago look like Chicago set up for something though. It look like Chicago setting up for something big. You know.
They definitely did get Debo for cheap too. They definitely did. You was about to say something, Peacock?
I was gonna say Green Bay, Detroit, the Rams, Cincinnati, and Denver are the ones with some of the most cap space.
I don't see Detroit
Denver
with another wide
Denver?
receiver.
I think I
Because they
like
got
him.
Williamson and St. Brown.
I think I like him in Denver with Bo Nix, for real.
Oh, Denver. Yeah, Denver would be nice. Because then, once again, Devontae Adams would be the number one wide receiver, and Courtney Sutton could be the second. You know what I'm saying? I can see him in. I can see him in Dallas, because Dallas is trying to do something.
Dallas don't have much. Dallas don't have much to work with.
Well, hold up.
Dallas don't have much to work with.
The $56.6 million.
Yeah, they did just reconstruct that Prescott contract.
Well, they restructured the
free up-
contract.
free up a
And
lot of
CD
money.
Lamb.
Yeah, to free up a
They
lot.
killed
But,
up 56.6 million.
but we talk about Dallas
Huh?
here. Jerry Jones, Kels, you should know this. You should know this best because you
Yeah,
just
he
like
go for
Jerry
the
Jones.
go for the
We
pretty
did
people.
say contenders. That's already contending.
Like
But
Jerry Jones ain't about to spend that money to go do that. You know what I'm saying? Jerry Jones rather look good and lose. Well, look decent and lose. I can say good because he had an opportunity to get Derrick Henry and win, didn't do it. And if he have to have an opportunity to get Devontae Adams, I don't think he'll pull that trigger because Jerry Jones is all about him, kind of like you, Kills. It's all about you. You don't
Now,
want
what
too
about-
many bright faces in here to overshadow you. But go ahead, Peacock.
I was gonna say with that, then you got Washington jumped out there. They one of the ones, another one. They got some of the most cap space. The Commanders.
But I think Washington
I think they-
Washington really didn't need much offensively, in my opinion.
Right.
I think a
didn't.
lot of their problems came in on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah.
Even though they played better late during the season, but I think their biggest issues was on the defensive side of the basketball. So, but he would be scary in Washington though. It would be scary. But right now, I got my bet.
And Scary Terry.
Huh?
Debo and Scary Terry. I say
Yeah.
Adams, Scary Terry, and Debo. That would be nice.
That would
With
be
Eckler
nice.
coming out the backfield and Brian Robinson.
Yeah,
But now, who they defensive people?
that's what I'm saying. Like, I think Washington need to really focus on upgrade on that defense to really get them. They shocked everybody this year by making it to where they made it, even in the playoffs this year. How far they made it. So I think they beef up on the defensive side of the football, they'll be all right. So I'm an ex Washington out, and I'm gonna stick to my guns and say Green Bay with a strong 2, either Kansas City or the Patriots. So
Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised about the Giants too.
yeah, the Giants, because they are interested in Aaron Rodgers to bring him over as their quarterback. And like you said, Kel, Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams do have that good report, but shit, me personally, I think Aaron Rodgers is done. I think he's
Aaron
washed.
Rodgers with Neighbors and Devontae and
Okay, he had Garrett Wilson and Devontae Adams.
well, I don't. And like I said, maybe he didn't have that.
And New York, his running back will be Tracy Jr. He had Brees Hall in New York, and I don't want to hear no Brees Hall ain't Brees Hall because nobody saying that prior to the season starting. And I think
I don't know what happened to Brees Hall.
Aaron Rodgers is what happened to Brees Hall. That's what happened.
Okay, we'll soon find out because
Aaron Rodgers
we got a new what's the name? Let's see.
So, yeah, we'll see. Other NFL news. Cincinnati Bengals defensive lineman Hubbard decided to retire at 29?
Yes.
Decided to retire at 29. Big deal to no deal for the Bengals. Peacock.
I'll say yeah, kind of a big deal because now they got to replace him. They was never really strong on the defensive side too much. They was either somewhat good or they was terrible. And so now, with you not being a top, defensive team or up there, now you got to find or you got to spend or find a way to replace that talent that you just lost off that defensive line. And that's never been easy for Cincinnati to do. So whereas, they was locking down the offense, to that part, now you got your offense and a defensive spot to fill. So
I still don't know what they're gonna do with Henderson.
Right.
They're gonna have to pay him.
Don't hate me when I say this. The Washington Commanders will not have the same year as last season. Shit, I gotta disagree with that.
It all depends on Jaden Daniels, how Jaden Daniels played his second year. Now everybody got tape on him, and to see how Dan Quinn gonna still be coaching aggressively, or he gonna start back being the defensive court coach. You know what I'm saying?
Why would he dumb down what he did though? Why would he go backwards from what worked?
Because last year, it's a new year. You never know how the season might come.
It's crazy that you can say that about Jaden Daniels, but when I say that about Baker Mayfield, I don't want to keep breaking him up.
I said the same thing.
You totally no, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Okay, because Baker been in the league a long time, so Baker has a pattern. Jaden Daniels.
I said no. I said when. Well, I didn't say it, but the Baker's rookie season, he was one of the ones that was hyping. oh, look what Baker doing this rookie year. He broke the touchdown pass to beat Peyton Manning and
Right.
all this like that. And I told you, okay, wait to see what these teams got when they got film on. Let's see what happens next year. He's still gonna do this. He's still gonna do that. You had all the confidence in the world with Baker Mayfield, but now with Jaden Daniels, whom
He
I
was
feel
on
like
the
had a
team.
better rookie season than Baker Mayfield, you throw that out the window.
He was playing for my favorite team. What else am I supposed to do?
No,
He's
you just
playing for my favorite
Come
team.
on.
you're a Baker Mayfield
That's the-
lover.
and
You're a
that's the
Baker
truth.
Mayfield. No, you're a Baker Mayfield lover. So
I'm
you
a
go.
Baker Mayfield fan. So what else am I supposed to say? Okay. All right. So everybody
That's
thought
not-
that
be
CJ
real.
Stroud.
Be real.
I was real. I thought he was gonna have a big season. And I'm being real with Jaden Daniels. Everybody thought CJ Stroud was gonna come out here.
People, y'all gotta understand what Kels like to do. Kels like to do the opposite of what everybody see and know and believe. So he could be the guy that say, "Y'all was wrong. I told y'all so."
Have I ever said that to y'all? Have I ever said that to you?
It ain't never worked out in your favor.
It always have worked in my favor. Y'all just I never came to
Wait,
told you.
what?
With that being said,
Wow.
So whatever
Higgins.
y'all say is not going. It's not
and I have come to that. I have come to that
Man.
terms that I don't care how much you debate kills or talk about whatever it is for kills, sports, what it is for kills, sports related, whatever. You're not gonna win that argument. You're not gonna win that argument or debate because what Kels do is base his stuff off of what he feels,
Right.
what he would do.
Never mind the facts.
Never mind the facts of the truth.
Okay. What's the facts? Okay, answer this question then. What is the fact that Jaden Daniels gonna come out and have the same year? What are the facts?
I don't know.
No, y'all keep saying I don't go by facts. So
The same facts you had about Baker Mayfield. That's what I'm going about.
And I said, and before I said the teams have film on him now. That doesn't mean that I was gonna be like, oh, he wasn't gonna have a good year. The question was Washington gonna have the same year like last year? I said it depends on Jaden Daniels. Is that fact or fiction?
Once again, good way for Kells to finagle his way out asking an asinine question. Of course, everything is based off. Of course, everything is based off what your quarterback do. The quarterback position is the most important position on the football field. So, as us Cleveland Browns fans know, you don't have a quarterback out there, you're not going to win games.
So I just
you're not
answered
going to
the
win
question.
games.
That's
So
all
and then you act like Jaden Daniels. You and G act like Jaden Daniels and the Commanders went 13-3 last year or something. They won what 10 games?
It was 10-6. But Jaden Daniels had a great year. I had Jaden Daniels winning Rookie of the Year. So why would I not go with Jaden Daniels?
You say what?
I had Jaden Daniels winning Rookie of the Year last year. I picked Jaden Daniels to win Rookie of the Year.
Okay, what they got to do with you said?
So what I was saying, so why would I not want him to do well his second season? I'm just saying he asked a question, and I said it depends on how Jaden Daniels play.
No, you said it depends on the coach too. Well, the coach dialed back.
Yes, it depends on the coach too.
I just asked, why would the coach dial back his play calling? Why would he go away from what worked all year? What got them through?
Because it's a different year. Sometimes you have to readjust what happened last year doesn't gonna work this year.
Yeah, but you adjust when it doesn't work. You don't start off. You don't fix what's not broke.
Okay, just like Minnesota Vikings when they won all those games by one, and then they came back and lost. Like the last year, the close games, they didn't win a close game that following year.
So you switch up your whole play call and all your schemes.
No,
everything that works for you, you get rid of. You throw that all out the window and start.
You always have to adjust to a different season. Everything that worked last year is not going to work this year.
So when it doesn't work, that's when you make the adjustments.
And that's exactly what I said. That's exactly what I said. You have to make the adjustments. That's what I said. So, all right, Washington winning the Super Bowl.
Ain't nobody said that either.
Hey, like I said, Jaden Daniels is going to be the best quarterback in the NFL.
Ain't nobody said that either, Ralph.
I ain't being sensitive.
Did you hear?
No, I'm not.
Anybody said that? The only thing we saying is I don't understand why you feel like Jaden Daniels, you know what I'm saying? UNG feel like Jaden Daniels not going. I'm not sitting up here saying shit. He just might for real, for real. I'm not sitting up here saying he gonna come out and throw for 5,000, rush for 1,000 with 1,500. I'm not saying that, but I do believe the same way you believed in Baker after that
Well,
rookie
said
season.
that.
I believe that Jaden Daniels will come out here next season and be better than what he was this season. He has a year under his belt. I believe the Commanders, and you even got players around the league that's willing to go to Washington now. So I believe the Commanders as an organization is going to do what they need to do to put their franchise player in the best position to be successful and to win. So I think Washington is going to be back in the playoffs next year. I
I
think
think that too.
huh?
I think that too because that's the reason why they got
So
Debo.
Jay Daniels not going to be himself then,
I I
or not
said
how he was this year. How you gonna say you believe Washington will be in the
I
playoffs?
said that it depends on how he's played. I said it depends on how. First, I started off saying that the league got a lead. The league got some some film work on him. That's the
They
first
have
thing I said.
they have
Second
film
thing
work
I
on
said.
all year.
Second second thing I said is that if he play well, they going to be good. I never said he was going to not play well. I never said that. That's
You
like
said
CJ
if.
Stroud.
You said if is if. Last time I checked, if mean you have doubts.
I don't know what's going to happen.
But
I'm just
you know what's gonna happen with Baker Mayfield though.
once again, Baker Mayfield was on my team. We always gonna think he gonna play well. Yes or no? So you wouldn't expect the Baker Mayfield to play well this second year.
Nope. When what I said was after that rookie season, I was the one that was coming out and said, okay, y'all happy about what Baker Mayfield doing now. Let's see what he do next season when they get film on him. Let's see what he do.
Right. And that's all I'm saying about Jaden Daniels.
But also, those are also two different types of players as well. When I look at that, he got different dynamics. He can win with his legs as well as his arm, just like they got
Correct.
film. So therefore, he has another asset that Baker didn't have.
Of course.
Baker was one dimensional in that aspect.
Baker did rush. He not rush for like them, but he does.
He's not Jaden Daniels. He's not
I
Jaden
never
Daniels.
said he was Jaden Daniels.
What you saying when I said he could do it with his legs? You like, well, Baker did rush, but Baker can't do it with his legs like Jaden Daniels.
I said Baker does rush. I ain't say he run like Jaden Daniels. He don't run like Jaden Daniels. But he do
Baker,
rush the ball on occasion. He can't use his legs.
on occasions, Jaden Daniels can do it at any time. At any time, he can use his legs.
That's his game.
That's what I'm saying. He's a more dynamic player than Baker.
I never said he wasn't.
Never mind, Kill. You missing my point.
How I'm missing a point and then we agreeing to the same thing.
I don't know if we agreeing to the same thing. Sometimes I think you forget what we talking about.
No, you said Baker Mayfield does not run. I say he runs on occasion. He's not more dynamic than Jaden Daniels rushing the ball. That's why exactly what we said, and we agree
Jaden
upon
Daniels, Baker had to beat everybody with his arm, right? For the most part, he had to beat
because he's a
everybody with his arm.
pocket quarterback.
He's a pocket quarterback. That's not the same as Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels can get it done in two different ways. He can get it done with his arm. He can get it done on his legs. So what I'm saying is he has more of a chance to be that player and come back doing the same thing versus how Baker had to do it with his arm. He had to get better with his arm.
Same thing.
Another player, T. Higgins, has been hit with the franchise tag for the second straight year for the Cincinnati Bengals. Good move for the Bengals, bad move for the Bengals. Or should the Bengals should have just gave T. Higgins that extension instead of tagging him again? How do I feel about T. Higgins getting tagged for the second straight year of kills?
They had no choice but tackle if they want to try to give him a big deal because if they made him available, they weren't going to match that contract because he's an unrestricted free agent. So they had to franchise him, which was in the top 5 of his position. So therefore, he making $26.6 million this year. Now we can go ahead and try to get a long-term deal by talking it out. That's why they use the franchise. They also trying to work on Jamar Chase. Now you cannot pay. Their organization got to come up to terms if they want to pay 2 wide receivers between $30 and $45 million a year. That's on them. But Joe Burrow restructured his contract trying to save money. They still have to get Trey Henderson because now that Sam Hubbard retired, they don't have no choice but to try to get him signed. Because who gonna be their pass rusher? They losing 7.5 sacks from last year off their team. They probably can look into free agency, or they could get it through the draft. But they franchise T. Higgins for only one reason: try to get a long-term deal.
Where you at, Peacock?
I think it could be a good thing and a bad thing. Good thing if he really want to stay there and they really trying to figure out the right numbers to keep him. But if you keep getting franchise tag, I think that also can make a player make them feel like they might not be like the team don't really have your best interest. They don't really want to keep you, or they don't think you worth what you asking for. And again, that can go back to like the Barkley situation, where they kind of didn't want to pay him, and then kept him around, but then he ended up wanting to go elsewhere. Once a player say they kind of done or want to go elsewhere, then that could be a big hit to your team, especially if they're a big part of your core. Not only that, Chase want them there, Burrow want them there. And those are your 2 biggest players on your team, and they both want Higgins there. So that say a lot as far as the organization too, when they got to figure out how they gonna keep him, or if they gonna keep him, because somebody can still match that tag.
No, once you franchise, you on that deal.
Yeah, you on that deal. Can't nobody match no franchise tag.
If he
once you franchise, that's it. That's your contract until like July something, till like almost in the beginning of the season. They still can try to get it done. Once again, it's up to Jamar. Jamar is the one, even though he's on his 1-year contract, this is last year of his contract. It's up to him. Do he want to take the $40-something million contract, or do he want to take a little less and give some to T. Higgins? I mean, they all gonna have to sacrifice if they want to be together. But the big fish is Jamar, huh? And that's why they franchise him, to try to get the numbers together. So I mean, I don't see nothing. Hey, Kirk Cousins made almost $100 million getting franchised, and he been doing that all his career. So I don't see what's the problem with franchising. That don't mean they don't want you anymore. That mean they trying to get to a point where we can get you somewhere.
Some players want that long-term deal.
Right, but if we can't come to a negotiation, if we can't come to the table and we can't come to a number,
then that's when they start looking elsewhere.
The franchise gives us, but the franchise gives us a chance to talk it through.
It also opens up the door for you to potentially lose out, barring you get injured. I mean, if you look at Thomas, for example,
it's a possibility you're gonna get injured anyway.
So again, if you plan on the franchise tag, right? Let's say you plan on a 1-year franchise tag, and then you break your ankle or your leg or something, right? And then team decides, you know what? That's you what?
You asking the wrong person that question.
I mean, what? I bet it on myself,
and you lost out. And you lost out because you could have had a multi-year deal. You could have had a multi-year deal from somewhere else.
Okay, and I can still get injured and blow out my knee and still don't have that multi-year. So what I'm saying is this.
That's what you beat. It's like beating a dead horse. I'm saying that's why you would want to sign a multi-year deal instead of the franchise tag. Just because you get franchise tag year after year after year, you're making some money. But some players don't want the franchise tag. They want the guaranteed money and the length of the contract. They want the 4 or the 5-year deal with the money on it. They don't want just 1-year deal.
I understand that, but the franchise tag is to try to get you to the 4 or 5-year deal.
Yeah, that's what there's risk and reward in that, and I'm telling you, some of the risk and playing on the franchise tag.
Okay, then once again, you take that as a player, you take that as a risk. Now, in your contract that you stated again, when you get the new contract, state that you want to be a franchise.
If you
State
you can say that all you want, don't and not to me.
in your
You
contract.
don't want to be
You
a
can
franchise.
you can put it in your contract saying that you don't want to be franchised. There's a player out there that put that in his contract that he doesn't want to be franchised. Just as you put it in that you don't want to be a no trade clause. You can put that in your contract.
Yeah, I'm gonna sign a 5-year deal and say at the end of this, I don't want to be franchised. You still got to get that deal. You got to get the contract first.
I'm gonna look that up because I don't think that's true. I don't think you can have in your contract you can't franchise tag me.
Yes.
Like I don't think you can have that in your contract. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up.
But not only that, you got to get the deal first and tell them they can't franchise tag you. You trying to get to the contract.
That's why you negotiate your contract.
Yeah, but if y'all don't come to an agreement, then there's nothing on the table.
Then I will move on to a better situation. Then I could get that. But in my next contract that I go to somebody else, I'm gonna put that in the contract. I do not want to be franchised.
Okay, so it's either come to a deal or we cut you.
Then hey, you cut me, you don't get nothing. You either gonna trade me or you gonna cut me.
Or get traded.
I'm the player.
We trade you anywhere we want to.
Remember, y'all said this is the negotiation. This is negotiation that you supposed to have. If you cut me, you have nothing. And T. Higgins gonna be fine regardless.
Yeah, because somebody
so you're not gonna get nothing.
So other teams gonna pay him.
Okay, so therefore,
well, obviously he wants to be there.
Bills, you are wrong again. No, an NFL player cannot have in the contract they refuse to have a franchise tag put on them. What they can do if they get a franchise tag is force their way out of that franchise tag in order to sign a long-term deal, if that may be the situation. But a player cannot choose. A player cannot choose to have. You cannot franchise tag me in their contract. Just looked it up.
Okay.
So you was wrong.
Congratulations, I was wrong. Big deal. Gonna be wrong again.
You wrong a lot of times.
Hey,
but
like I said,
no, but y'all know how I feel about it. I feel like the franchise tag is stupid anyway. Like if a player want to leave, let them leave. If they want to stay, let them stay. But to try to hold a player hostage just to have a
right.
What is Kels doing today? I'm a Kels fan, but not today.
Well, thank you. But I'm just saying what it is. Though.
No, you said what you feel.
When you get franchised, you get franchised because they want you to stay. If they didn't want you to stay, you won't get franchised. That's the point of you getting franchised. It's not a point of you getting franchised. Okay, if they didn't want T. Higgins, they could have just let T. Higgins walk, right? Why you think they franchised him?
You say what?
Why you think they franchised him?
You tell us.
Because they still want to do a deal. They want to go be able to do a deal during the free agency.
Okay, the point of you saying that was what?
My point is this: if y'all talk about the franchise tag is bad, then they will let everybody go.
Bad. We said it can go either way. You said
that's the point. That's what I'm saying. So y'all making it seem like they franchise everybody. They only franchise the people that they want, and this is a bad thing that they franchise. You getting 12.
This is a reply to your statement about a franchise tag being a good thing because of the amount of money they can get.
Yes. You still getting for that 1 year. You
we didn't make it seem this way. I replied to your comment
about
it being a good thing, and I said it's not always a good thing because you could get injured while you're trying to accomplish that deal.
You can get injured anyway. That's a side.
So why not have the bag secured before the injury?
You can get injured when you have a big contract.
Yeah,
because Kel's philosophy is
you got the guaranteed long-term money, Kels, and you good.
Kel's philosophy is this. Once you sign a contract, I don't care if you break a toe, ankle, leg, elbow, neck, whatever, you get out there and play. Flat out. I don't want to hear let me get the bag because I might not have an opportunity to play after next season. I could break a leg. Kels don't care about none of that. That's why Kels ain't no.
See, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I could take 26 this year down over 26 this year, overtaking what? Let's say $100 million for 4 years somewhere else. And then I want to stay with them, so I'll take the $26 million this year. God forbid, break the ankle. Now the team don't want to give you the money that you was worth.
That's the risk you do in sports.
That's the risk you do.
You do.
Okay. Well, Well, that's why I guess I'm not in the sports thing because I'm thinking logic than anything. So if
You
a
think
person gonna
who?
pay me, if a
You
person
think
gonna pay me
logically.
for 1 year, if a person gonna pay me for 1 year, I could get more. If I ball out again, like next year I ball out, then I could get more on the open market than what I could get this year.
They can
Because
tag
they
him again.
franchise me, because they still want to work out a deal. That's the point of the franchise.
We know the point of the franchise, but if he get franchised again last year, that next year, how many times would that be? What, 3 years in a row?
And then he can go ahead, like he said, he can go ahead
If they can
and
tag, they can use a
trade.
tag. They can use a tag on him again.
Huh?
You get the
But
contract, you got the
you still
guaranteed
getting
money.
more money. You still getting more money if you franchise. Kirk Cousins got more money
You
franchise
get money
than he
for
probably
that particular year. Now, do you want the 26 million for 1 year, or do you want the 100 million for 4 years?
How am I gonna get the 100 million when I can't even negotiate with?
Because you're not
I'm
playing on a
franchised?
franchise tag. What I'm saying, do you want the tag for 26 million, or do you want the long-term deal for 100
If I
million?
can get a long-term deal, I'm trying to get the long-term deal for somebody else. But
so
if
do
I'm
you-
franchised, I can't do that. I can't
Do you want to
negotiate with nobody.
Do you want to keep getting franchise tag?
I have no control of what y'all don't understand. Y'all do not. Nobody have control over what an organization gonna do. If an organization,
You're right. You're right.
change,
They don't have control over the organization. That's why we say sometimes a player needs to do what's best for them.
and then go ahead and ask. They go ask for your trade. They go ask for your trade. That's all the
exact reason you just said. Sometimes players need to do what's best for them.
Man, look, like I said before, if the franchise tag is there for a reason, if they didn't want the franchise tag, then why did the players union put it in the collective bargaining agreement then? Since y'all want to get so technical with this shit.
You go with these asinine questions again, man. I'm not about
It's not an asinine question.
Yeah,
If every NFL player is so mad at the franchise, why they didn't?
Who said every NFL team was mad at the franchise tag? Who said that?
All the players, y'all saying that
understand a lot of players don't want to be tagged. They don't want to be tagged. They want the long-term deals.
Choice. You have no choice.
Exactly. And since the organization has the upper hand, and like you said, the players have no leverage when it comes to this stuff. That's why sometimes they should do what's best for them.
So why? So you go. T. Higgins should go in there and ask for a trade. There,
he did.
Like DK Metcalf.
Wait. Did he not ask for a trade?
He asked for a trade. He asked for a trade like last year, but he didn't come out
and
ask for a trade this year. He didn't come out and ask for a trade this year. He got franchised this year too. Did he come out and ask for a trade this year?
Oh my goodness.
Like I said before, y'all go ahead and believe what y'all want to believe.
The facts?
The franchise tag was put there for a reason. So
to retain a player.
Yes.
Even when they don't want to
star players. Like I said before, you take that up with the organization.
You said the player has no leverage, so what's there to take
up?
He
doesn't. He does not have.
Well, there's nothing to take up then. There's nothing to take up.
The only thing
you say they have no leverage, so there's nothing to take up.
What leverage do a player have? Just like the Myles Garrett situation.
Okay, so if a player has no leverage, then why speak on loyalty to an organization?
Why speak on loyalty from a player standpoint? It's they both don't have loyalty. That's the point. You either go negotiate your contract to the benefit of what will help you, or you go accept what the organization give you. That's the point. If you didn't want the franchise tag, if the NFL players union didn't want the franchise tag in it, then they shouldn't put it in the bargaining agreement. So we would never have about the franchise tag.
So, but in a situation that you would take, speaking on yourself, like you said before, you would take less to stay where you at.
Once again, if I get franchised, I have to take what they give me.
If you can
negotiate a contract.
If you can take less, obviously, no, they can't agree on the amount of money, but you would take less to stay there.
Take less if I negotiate a contract with them for a long-term deal, yes.
So you would
because
take
that's
less.
where I want to be. So if T. Higgins really want to be with the Beagles, he will take what they offer him. Just like Brock Purdy. Is Brock Purdy about to get $45 million? If he don't take that, then he don't want to be there.
He don't want to be there, so I don't want to be there because I don't want to lower my salary. I want y'all to give me less. I'm willing to take less than what I'm worth. So that
How
means
much you think Brock Purdy is worth? You think Brock Purdy is worth $60 million?
he's worth what they pay him, apparently.
And they worth.
I'm gonna tell you this:
worth,
you can't sit up here and say that's like saying the job you work for don't pay you a certain amount, so you leave. That means you don't want to be there. So you would take, let's say they got to cut funds. You're gonna take a $5 or $10 an hour pay cut to stay where you at because you really want to be there.
Funds. Why they cut funds? Why they cut funds?
I'm just giving you an example of what you just said.
If your
job, we see that.
I'm not like everybody, so therefore
we see that.
I don't run for money.
It's like make it make sense. Make it make sense though.
If you don't understand where I'm coming from, then you will never make it. It will never make sense. So we can move on to the next. What's that?
I don't think you understand.
Because you're not gonna understand because you will go chase the money and go somewhere else that you might not be happy.
There's a big difference of being underpaid and being paid what you're worth.
So T. Higgins is being underpaid. No, hold up. So T. Higgins is being underpaid because they franchise him.
If he feels he's being underpaid, and you know what he brings to the team, if he's being underpaid, then that's why it's not working. He wants a fair contract. He wants to do what he's.
I believe T. Higgins has been underpaid in Cincinnati.
He wants to get in Cincinnati somewhere where he can get somewhere else.
But you cannot do nothing when an organization has your rights and they franchise to. You can't do nothing about that.
You can't turn around and say he don't want to be there if he don't take less. That don't mean he don't want to be there.
I'm not talking about that.
You said they don't want to be there if they're not willing to take less. You said they really don't want to be there.
Put like this: if you're not willing to help your team win.
What you mean you ain't willing to help his team win?
Like I said before, it's up to Jamar Chase. If
Chase, that's why you said you would take $200 million less. Then I forget.
If I can bring in somebody else to help me win, of course
you would take $200 million less still.
Of course. If I can help somebody win.
Stop
it. Man. Like I said,
we need to get you drug tested.
Never an issue with me.
Enough is enough.
I drug tested. Hey, get me drug tested. But like I said before, like I said, y'all making it seem like the franchise tag. Y'all making it seem like the way you talking about these organizations
have no loyalty and have
the players don't have no loyalty neither.
You would take $200 million less to stay somewhere at a place that's going to only.
But why don't the players have any loyalty? Why don't they? Because the organizations don't have no loyalty.
They both don't. How if I'm giving you a contract? How I'm giving you a contract? How I'm giving you a contract in 2 years after you asking for a contract?
The organization's been doing shit like this way before players finally decide to get through their head. Enough is enough of this shit. We're not gonna keep sitting up here being pawns in y'all game. So we gonna want to do what's best for us, just like y'all gonna want to do what's best for y'all. The organization's been doing that before players start feeling that way.
Okay, so in other words, they shouldn't have. Once again, if the players felt like that, then they should not have put that shit in a bargain agreement. This come from the bargain agreement. Okay. This come from the bargain agreement. This has not come from any other. You know what's different for baseball than basketball and football? Basketball have a hard cap, but baseball don't have a salary cap. So they players can do whatever they want to.
Moving on to some NBA news. Well, I can say news, but some NBA talk. Phoenix the Phoenix Suns are in disarray right now. There's been a lot of talks about this possibly being Kevin Durant last year with Phoenix. This past season, we had talks of him probably going to Miami through a trade. We had him going back to Golden State or whatever. But let me ask y'all this. Do y'all think the OKC Thunder make a lot of sense for Kevin Durant's next destination? And should they go pursue a player like Kevin Durant kills?
Yes, because they have They need experience on their team. But my feelings, I already have my feelings with Durant. Durant is a great player, and Shea will, and he will lead OKC to where they need to be. So of course he's a veteran. He's a scorer. They young. He brings veteran experience to the team. That would be a great thing. And plus, he can do what he with the 7 years he was there that he couldn't do is win a championship.
Peacock.
I don't think it'll be a bad thing. From what I actually think, I think it'll be a good thing. That way he can kind of right the ship. You know, the way he left in the middle of, even though they were like right there when he did leave, him going back home, maybe trying to right the ship with the talent they already got there. I'm not sure if they would have to get rid of who if they would have to get rid of if they did do it. But if they can keep that core together and add him to it, I think they'd be definitely a contender.
Well, they definitely not losing. They definitely not losing Jalen Williams. Me and Kels was talking about this earlier. I
They're
think
about 1,000 picks.
yeah,
They're about
they got
1,000 draft
hella 5 picks. So they could give up a whole bunch of picks to give up a player like Lou Dort or Casey Wallace or Isaiah Joe. You know what I'm saying? Like they could get rid of one of them and still be able to keep a Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, of course, SGA. I think that wouldn't be bad. You know, anytime you can add a prolific offensive scorer like Kevin Durant on your team, and all he want to do is play basketball. He don't want to lead. He don't want to do nothing. You get a guy who just want to play basketball, put him out there and run the plays and get you good.
He gonna throw.
He ain't worried about trying to be no leader of no team. No, you got SGA for that. You got SGA for that. And I think the way the West is looking, and I think the West is going to continue to get better year after year. That wouldn't be a bad move for OKC for me to go to get Durant.
Right.
Who I leave off with? Kels, is on you?
No, you said what you said. No, he already said what he said about Durant, how Durant's supposed, but the leadership part. Now, let me ask y'all this question: when it comes down to the final shot between him and SGA, who will get a shot?
Still got to give it to Durant.
Okay, so he has to lead by some type of example because that's what he was brought in for.
Not, you can't say that. You can't say that because look at the USA team. He was on there. He wasn't taking the last shot that we needed. It was mostly Steph.
Yeah, Steph's the best shooter in the NBA. You always give it to Steph.
I'm just saying. So and OKC, just because KD will take the last shot on us, and mean like he got to be that leader. That dude, you know what I'm saying? Like
he the leader just because he took the last shot during that game. That don't mean he's gonna take it every game. That could be like
Kerr took the last shot for the Bulls in the finals. Was he the leader of that team?
No, but Mike helped him take that shot. Mike, the one gave him the ball. Mike was the leader. So Mike passed up a shot before this.
So why can't that be the same scenario for OKC? SGA set KD up.
And all I'm asking, you talk about leadership role. Leadership, have SGA ever made a game-winning shot? Have you ever seen SGA made a game-winning shot?
Yes.
In the playoffs.
In the playoffs? He did it last year. He did it last year twice.
Okay, so I mean, I'm just saying he was bringing over there to lead by example because
how many game-winning shots or big bucket shots did Kevin Durant hit in playoffs?
A whole lot.
Okay,
he's the one against the Cavaliers. He's the one who brought the Cavaliers to their what's name. He hit the shot that coming down the court on LeBron. That hit the dagger.
Okay, all I'm saying is just because a person take the last shot or what could be considered a game winner, whether it's 3-4 seconds left on the clock, don't necessarily mean that person has to be the leader. You have to be the leader of your team in order to take them shots. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
You don't have to be. Paxson took him. He wasn't a leader. Kerr took him. He wasn't a leader.
LeBron James for that then.
You say what?
So why everybody get on LeBron for not taking a game-winning shots?
Because they always compare LeBron because they looked at Jordan taking as many game-winning shots as he did, and they always compare LeBron and Jordan, whatever it is may be. So that's why they does it.
But even if he did,
They're gonna find
even if-
every little bit of thing about LeBron
No,
that ain't,
I'm done with it.
huh?
but,
Oh no, go ahead.
Go ahead, Peacock.
but I'm saying, but even if LeBron didn't take the game-winning shot, you still knew he was a leader of the team. Without
Okay,
him
that's
having
what
to
I'm
take the
saying.
shot, you knew who the leader was.
That's what I'm saying. So it don't matter. What I'm saying is that Kevin Durant got the most experience. Kevin Durant will have to lead them to show them how to win.
They
Just like everybody said when LeBron went over to Miami, they said Dwayne Wade had to show LeBron how to win, right?
he had to show him how to win.
Yes, win a chip, right? Win the title, right? Because Dwayne Wade already had a chip. That's what people were saying. He went to Miami because he had to learn how to win.
That's what people were saying. So do you believe that?
That's what people were saying.
Thank
Do
you
you
for
believe
clarifying
that?
that up, Kels. Thank you for
What
clarifying that up by saying he went to Miami so he could learn how to win. Not he went to Miami to learn from Dwayne Wade.
All right, man. You know what? Today I'm just just gonna leave it alone because it just like I said before, it's just then why we went to Miami to learn how to win with Dwayne Wade because Dwayne Wade won the title, right? So why did he leave Cleveland?
He ain't have enough
To
around
learn
him.
how to win. From Pat Riley, from the organization to Pat Riley, down to Eric Spoelstra, down to the just don't sit up here and say
Eric Spoelstra was a new coach at the time they even started at.
don't sit up here and say Dwayne Wade was the reason why what he had to learn just strictly from Dwayne Wade. No.
Okay.
No. He went to an organization that knew that have won a championship, and of course it helped that his boy was on that team at the time, which is Dwayne Wade. They talked Chris Bosh coming on over there. So again, I'm not gonna say just because Kevin Durant will be an OKC taking the game winning shot, possibly whatever it is may be, that he has to be the leader of that team. We all know Durant is not a leader per se. We all know that ain't what Durant wants. SGA right now has established himself. Okay, so let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Luka, LeBron.
LeBron's still the leader of that team.
So I agree.
LeBron's still the leader of that team.
But would the Lakers let Luka Doncic take a game-winning shot?
LeBron will set Luka up for the game's winning shot.
It ain't got to be LeBron to set him up. But the question is, would he let
It's gonna be
Luka take
LeBron.
that shot?
Even Luka gonna have the ball in his hand, strictly basketball purpose. LeBron gonna have the ball in his hand, or Luka gonna have the ball in his hand. They're the only two who gonna take the game winning shot. If Austin Reeves and them is open, LeBron will pass the ball to Austin Reeves, and Luka will pass the ball to Austin Reeves. But in the heat of the moment, in Game 7, you either gonna want Luka to take it or LeBron to take it.
I just asked you a question based on what you said. If KD be an OKC, if he take a
And I
game,
answered the question.
that mean he has to be the leader of the team. So all I asked you was, so if Luka being on the Lakers, if he take the game winning shot, is he considered the leader of that team? You just said no.
No.
LeBron James. So why can't SGA be the leader of that team and Kevin Durant take the game winning shot? If not saying he got to defer to him all the time, but if it just so happened in a certain situation, Kevin Durant take a game winning shot, why is that SGA still can't be the leader of that team?
I never said SGA would be the leader of the team.
You just said, well, let me ask you all this. You said, let me ask you all this.
Okay.
Who's going to take the game winning shot on that team?
I said I asked for a reason. This went through.
And your reason was, and what
a
you
whole
said after
different
that,
shift of momentum because
what
y'all
you said after that was, I said Kevin Durant. You said, well, he has to be the leader of that team. That's what you said.
He has to be the leader of the team to show them how to win. He the only one who ever won something. What has SGA won? When LeBron went down to Miami, Dwayne Wade had all the Western Night. He already had a championship.
How could Kevin Durant show somebody how to win, as you always put it?
Because he's not going to be, because he don't want to be a
he-
leader.
And
That's
he's
why.
proving
So
all
how-
my points, man.
So how he gonna show? Never mind.
He's proving all my points. Kyrie Irving. The Dallas Mavericks is going through it so far this season, towards the end of the season. Season coming to an end. They fighting for a play-in spot. They already done lost AD for about a month. I think he probably got like 2 weeks before he come back. Now they lose Kyrie Irving for the season with a torn ACL. Where Dallas go from here, y'all? Peacock.
I don't know, because I mean, in order to even maintain something, they would need AD to kind of dominate, take over. He would have to be dominant AD. I mean, you look at where they are now, just to trying to hold that position, because I don't see AD being able to carry on. When AD is AD, when he at the top of his game, he can be that player. But at the same time, with him coming off an injury, he could possibly get re-injured. You know, Kyrie done for the season. They also missing other starters. So it's like you got to kind of weigh your options to see your best route. I remember even one person said, one of the analysts was even talking about, should they consider shutting AD down and coming back for next season? Is it worth it shutting him down?
I ain't about to lie. Now that Kyrie is done, yeah, shut his ass down. Shut his ass, because AD ain't about to come save the season.
And that's what they said. You got to look at, can they save the season to make a run without Kyrie? And the answer to that question was no.
Yeah, I don't think AD. I think that made one of the main reasons why LA did bust that move or did accept that trade with Dallas to bring in Luka, just because, you know. And this is the thing that saddens me about Anthony Davis. You got all that talent.
Mm-hmm.
When healthy, probably one of the best big men in the game. But for some odd reason, I don't think you could carry a team to a championship. Kills. Real quick, talk to me.
I wouldn't shut them down. I'll see what type of chemistry they got. They still got Spencer Dinwiddie. They still got Klay Thomas. They still got some players who can play. They only what? I got to look at the standings. I mean, all this shutting down these players and all this other stuff. And I mean, I don't understand. You play the ball because you play. You get paid to play. So if you
protecting your, I ain't going to cut you off. It's protecting your investment. Again,
like I said before, I wouldn't shut them down. I would see what I could do with Klay, Spencer Dinwiddie, and what's the name coming back, the other center, and we'll go from there. They only a half a game out of the playoffs, and you traded AD for a reason to get him. So
yeah, but you also planned on having Kyrie there too for the remainder of the season. It was a 1-2 punch.
But now you got okay. Kyrie unfortunately got injured. You still in a playoff run. First off, if you shut down Anthony Davis and you traded Luka, that'd be the worst decision in your franchise.
It was the worst decision by trading Luka anyway.
Either way it goes, you trade Luka, and then you gonna sit down the person that you traded for him. How that look? That look
because
like you're not.
It looks like they know that this season is a wash. They look like they know.
How that's still as a fan of the Dallas Mavericks, you'll be happy with that.
Who said they'd be happy? They ain't
As
happy.
you just said, because they won't have a choice. That's what the organization going to do. No, they won't be happy. But
okay, so why would you do it if he's healthy enough to play?
I never said if he was healthy enough to play. I said if he not healthy to play, and this oblique injury keep fucking with him, then shut his ass down like they did in B. Real quick. Should Major League Baseball, Kels, yes or no? Should Major League Baseball lift the Pete Rose ban suspension and allow him to be in the Hall of Fame? Yes or no?
Yes.
I agree, yes. What about you, Peacock?
I say yes.
They should go ahead and lift it, man. Get a man his flowers. He's no longer here. Baseball Hall of Fame needed. Get it done, man. Get Pete Rose in there. Real quick, the Cavaliers 51 and 10. Playing the Chicago Bulls right now. I believe it's about to go to the half. Cavaliers up by 10. Best team in the league still. Kels, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes for me as well.
Of course.
Cavaliers, baby. Let's get it to 52-10 tonight after this win versus Chicago. Great conversation today, y'all.
Not for me, apparently.
Huh?
I said, not for me, apparently. Damn.
You in your feelings?
Oh, I said, not for me, apparently. I'm never in my feelings, brother.
Oh, that comment right there. I think that solidified you a little bit. You a little bit in your feelings.
This how you be when you in your feelings. I'm not in my feelings.
Hey, look, you had to be like, apparently not a good conversation for me.
It was a joke.
It was a joke.
Being sarcastic.
Again, good conversation, y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in on YouTube and on the Diva Spivey Media Network. Continue to subscribe to the YouTube channel and continue to keep supporting Diva Spivey Media Network. For myself, for Kels, for Peacock, we gonna catch y'all Friday. Y'all know what it is. It's that game time. It's that game time. Pick one or sip one, and a lot more great conversations. Would you say, Kels?
I'm getting blasted Friday.
You get blasted Friday. It's about time. You've been weaseling your way out of it a lot. We gonna catch y'all Friday. Y'all stay safe, stay good, stay blessed. We out of here, y'all. Deuces.
All right.
Party like the Cavs, we